Hey everybody, welcome back to OneRoomOver Gaming. Today I am playing A Light in the Dark. I am halfway through day 2, I think-ish. There's really no way to gauge this. So, I'm going to try and get through day 2. Last time when I played this, I found out about a guy named Mr. Ken, who was possibly the person who is the reason I got kidnapped, and then there was a little sister who is loyal, who's, like, older sister is the first girl we met, and I guess there's some suspicion about whether or not they're really related, but I really don't care, personally. Remembering her words from yesterday, I realized they might have some real difficulties. Oh yeah, the last thing that we saw in the last episode was the big sister's, like, saying something about how I take shit for granted. Now I just feel... I feel sympathy. I do. Maybe they had their reasons to do this. As she said, the world is not fair. If only I could convince them to let me go. Maybe I could take care of them in my home. Day 2, morning, noon. Okay, so we're at day 2, noon. That was morning. We're not even halfway through this shit. With the sharp... Within the silence, the sudden phone vibration sounded extra sharp. Unlike yesterday, the girl picked up the phone immediately. Is this the young girl still? Yeah. Okay. Hello? Perhaps she was asked about me, as the girl glanced at me when answering the call. Yes, it's alright. He is not doing anything. I had no idea what the conversation entailed, and could only guess from her words. Okay. It was the kidnapper from yesterday, for sure. Where could she be if she needed to call to confirm my situation? Did she already contact someone to get the ransom? Or maybe they had other bases? He's next to me. Alright. Love you, bye. The girl handed me the phone. Oh, okay, I'm talking. The girl handed me the phone. I raised my tied hands and then shrugged helplessly. Like, what am I supposed to do with that? I can't hold the phone. She hesitated a little, then put out the phone next to my ear. At this distance, maybe I could bump into her by surprise. I could probably still overwhelm her, even with my tied-up limbs. Before making up my mind, I heard a voice from the phone. Hello? It was probably more like gruff. Hello? The cold voice sounded a little different through the phone. The noisy background seemed to indicate she was somewhere outside, maybe a restaurant or a karaoke place. I doubt that. Hey, can you hear me? Yep, sure can. I see you're still kicking. I see you're still rude. Sorry to disappoint. She didn't seem pleased with my greeting. Maybe she was expecting me to go into a panic and shiver in the corner. The more she wanted to see me in fear, the more I wanted to act indifferently. It wasn't really part of any sort of strategy, just some pointless show of resistance. You should know this by now, but I'll repeat it again. Don't try to run. Don't ask questions. Do not pass go. Do not collect $200. I'm watching you, and if anything happens... She paused and left a threat. Even if I agree to return to you, I wouldn't be breaking the deal if you... Oh, even if I agree to return to you, I wouldn't be breaking the deal if you lost an arm or a leg. Got it? I said you got it. I didn't even need to guess what she wanted to say. Lose an arm or a leg, throw me off a cliff, blah, blah, blah. I've heard it all before. Hell, even agreeing to return me alive was already saintly of her. Most wouldn't even intend to keep the hostage alive. Hostages usually got silenced after the kidnappers got the money and were ready to run. I didn't plan to believe her words from the beginning. If I played too nice, I might get killed without knowing how. Is my dad paying? None of your business. Just worry about yourself. If anything was my business, this is the only thing that upsets me about this whole situation. Weird thing to upset me, I know, but that is literally my business. The situation of if I get to get out of here by my parents paying. It is my business. But bullshit. Why would I ask about that if not out of concern for my own safety? I wanted to ask more but got stopped mercilessly. I'm heading back now, so stay put. That's all. Oh, good. Hey, wait! Hey, wait! Can you pick me up a soda? Before I could say anything, she hung up. Hanging up right after she said whatever she wanted. What a woman. Hearing the empty sounds of a disconnected call, I knew being mad would make no difference. It's not like I can throw the phone in anger. What did Big Sis say? Oh, wouldn't you just love to know? Why don't you call her back and ask her? She approached me once the call ended and asked me worriedly. Within the short period of time, I wondered what to say. Oh, she threatened me. Oh, she told me to stay put and she would be home soon. I am going to go back through this one day and I'm going to make bad choices, like try and manipulate the child and see if that gets me out of here. It'll probably get me killed. I don't care. I'll do the good playthrough first, and then after that I'll just be reckless. She told me okay, and she'd be home soon. Oh. Not showing any emotion, she simply took away the phone and sat back in the corner. I remembered how the Big Sis sat next to the window, smoking, seemingly in thought, and also impatience. In contrast, this girl was way too quiet, and just sat there holding her legs together. She doesn't want him to walk away. How much did she really know about the kidnapping? She didn't even know me, nor what to do. She knew to stab me, she knows that much. Hearing her big sis asked her to guard me, so she guarded. Her big sis asked her not to talk to me, so she didn't talk to me. Whether it was about the outcome or the reward, she was clueless and didn't care. She just had faith in her big sis. Such blind trust was not far from stupidity. I almost felt bad for her. Or it could be more like loyalty, but whatever. Alright. Time felt much longer when you were waiting. I even sighed in relief when I heard a sound approach. Like, oh, thank God, I know what to expect, the one that talks and kicks me. A motorcycle engine was shut down not too far away, and the closing footsteps echoed through the staircase. The noise was empty, but had a certain rhythm. There was no elevator. Was this an apartment or some privately owned house? I'm pretty sure I'm in an abandoned building. I could only hear one person's steps, so there was no one coming back with her. I'm back. Oh, the one who walked in was the same girl from the day before, a.k.a. Big Sis. Same overcoat as yesterday, and her expression hadn't changed either. Welcome home, I said. Welcome home, you. Oh, I missed your face. Oh, good, now there's two of you. Unsure of what was going on in my mind, she looked at me suspiciously and handed the plastic bag in her hand to the other girl. Bento, eat it while it's still hot. Big Sis. This little girl whispered something into her ear. I couldn't tell the context from the distance. Hey, could you speak up? I'm trying to hear what you're whispering. The girl nodded, staring dead straight at me. Oh, she looked happy. So happy. Am I going to get kicked? Once the girl finished, she moved towards me with the knife. She tried to check the rope, even pulling it a few times to make sure it was tight enough. I told you, I didn't do anything. If I could get out of this, do you really think I'd stay here? No, I'd go running. I'm a good runner. Quiet, you. Oh, look at you brandishing that knife. Ask her then. I'm telling her to ask her sister. She threw the other girl a questioning glance, which was answered by a silent nod. Her head wasn't even turned. It seemed like the bento was much more attractive than the situation here. Yeah, hot food? Hot food? Kidnapping. Where's my other hand? There it is. Don't have that much space. Hot food? Kidnapping. That's how it goes. Hot food. Hot food wins. I could eat lunch right now, and I just ate. She snorted unhappily, but couldn't find a reason to act up. She then just started to laugh scornfully. Whatever, I doubt you have the balls to try anything. You have a rich mommy and daddy arranging everything for you, from school to work. You probably even have a maid cleaning the house. Alright. You can't do shit on your own, can you? No, actually, I can shit on my own. I proved that. Here we go again. With the life isn't fair and your life is so great. I'm gonna take a nap. This ridiculous resentment was not just aimed at me, but anyone with a better life than her. What was the point of hating all these people? Would it change anything about her life? Now that we're asking the right questions. Wouldn't it be more practical if she tried to change something instead of hating? Where did you go? You can hate a situation, but like if you just stew in it, then it's really probably not going to get any better. I'm not trying to sound cliched here, but sometimes, like, a move, you gotta make a move for the positive. I'm guessing she thinks this is her move for the positive. Where did you go? She probably would only be more pissed off if this continued, so I decided to change the subject, avoiding trouble. I just wanted to know where you went. Why don't I get a bento? Oh, wouldn't you like to know, No, I ask questions because I really don't want answers. Not cutting me any slack, she raised her eyebrow, provocatively. I sighed helplessly. This was really going nowhere if she kept up with his attitude. Yeah, she's got some attitude. You start eating, don't mind me. Older girl probably says to younger girl. Only after she spoke did I notice the little girl hadn't moved her chopsticks, despite having the bento open as though waiting for her big sis to start the meal together. Yeah, they probably share food. I had dinner already. Don't need to leave me anything. So, yay! Go, little girl, and eat your meal. That's all for you. And I'm happy for you. You deserve it. She loosed her furrowed brow and patted the little girl's head kindly. There was even a smile on her face. Okay, everybody take a moment and stop and remember this face right here. It's a smiley face. I'm sure we won't see it again. The little girl nodded obediently. Even an outsider like me could tell how close they were. If anything, I couldn't even believe she still had such an expression in her. More questions popped into my mind upon seeing their interaction. With such familiarity, what was their relationship? Could they really be sisters? The sound of water flowing in the bathroom reminded me that I hadn't taken a shower for 2 days. It still felt uncomfortable, even though I had barely moved or sweat. I was willing to give up half my possessions for a hot shower and pay with my future income for a cup of cocoa as a bonus. Oh, I must be getting desperate. The little girl was clearly starved and was quietly and happily eating the rice. She paid no attention to me. Her figure looked extra weak and small from here. I still couldn't believe she could be a kidnapper. What kind of family would allow her to do such a thing? There's probably not much family involved here. Whatever. Considering my own family, I had no right to criticize others. Whew. Did you shower? The girl left the bathroom holding her hair. She only washed her face since there was no hot water. The light shone on her face, rendering her pale complexion a little more rosy, yet the expression on her face was still cold as ice. What are you looking at? You. Looking at you. The only other human here really worth looking at. She seemingly noticed my gaze and asked me with an eyebrow raised. Nothing, just that I hadn't taken a shower for a while. Be nice to take a shower. You think this is some fancy hotel, rich boy? No, I think that lots of people take showers. Doesn't need to be in a fancy hotel. I would have called customer service given such quality. Keep flapping your mouth, I dare you. Flap. Never mind. She snorted with contempt and walked to the window to lightly shake the little girl's shoulder. The little girl had finished her bento and was falling asleep against the wall, despite her best efforts to stay awake. Go to the bed, sleep, you'll catch a cold like this. Aren't I in the bed? Are there two beds? Don't... She nodded sleepily and climbed into the bed obediently, not minding all the dust on it. She grabbed the bed sheet and lay down. I guess I'm not in the bed. Maybe she was really tired. It didn't take long for her to fall asleep completely, leaving only the sound of steady breathing in the room. The girl walked to the window, opened her bento, and started to eat it quickly. Nothing for me? Probably not. Tormented by the scent of food, I couldn't help but ask. You can just eat the crackers. Yeah, I mean, if I do get out of this, it's not going to kill me to just have a little bit of just eat some crappy crackers. Because if I do get out of here, I can just go buy something immediately, and that would be fine. How about just a cup of coffee? I have money in my bag. Please! Rather than a hot dinner, I preferred some hot coffee to relax my nerves. You done yet? I'm not getting coffee. She's not going to get me any coffee. Ugh. I had learned that protesting wouldn't help, and now the headache was even more unbearable without coffee. She looked troubled and was just eating absent-mindedly. She kept poking the drumstick for what seemed to be no reason. Yeah, probably because my shithead parents are not paying up. Please stop playing with the food, even if you're not in the mood. I can have it if you have no appetite. She's gonna put a chopstick through my eye. Hunger plus anger made me give the suggestion. I'm getting hangry. I am thinking about how to keep your mouth shut. I doubt me doing that would solve your problem. Though noticing her darkened look, I decided to keep my mouth shut. Probably a good idea. Piecing all the hints together along with her reaction, I could only come up with one conclusion. My parents are not paying for me. You couldn't reach my dad. How did... It was just a guess. I'm just guessing. You trying to trick me? You have an anger problem. No, I am not trying to trick you. Go eat your goddamn chicken strips or whatever. Realizing she slipped without thinking, her face instantly darkened again. I didn't mean anything. I literally just assumed that, or I thought, as if fearing she might lose her temper, I immediately tried to pass off the responsibility. However, she stood up suddenly. You looking down on me, find me easy to fool, huh? Nope. I don't. I think you can calm down. She bit her lip, staring at me with utter hatred, voice colder than ever. Not at all. I'm guessing randomly, based on the fact that I'm still tied up, you're still a bitch, and yeah, you're eating bento and not freaking, I don't know, expensive Japanese fruit, or Thailand, expensive Thai fruit. Just putting the puzzle pieces together here. Don't get up my butt. There must be something wrong, and I doubt the police have found out this soon. Look, she's gonna put that knife in her eye. Her reaction far surpassed my expectations. I tried to explain myself, but that didn't stop her walking towards me. She walked closer and closer with the knife, eyes flashing with hysteria. Was she really going to do this? Probably. Here we go. Now I was really fearing for my life for the first time ever. She looked like a cornered animal that would try anything in desperation. Nope. Not gonna do it. Before she got the money, she wouldn't kill me. If resistance was futile, I decided to close my eyes and grit my teeth, hoping she wouldn't continue further. I smelled a faint scent and felt her hair on my cheek, plus rapid breathing. What's that smell? Oh, that's a fun game to play. What's that smell? I hope it's good. Unbelievably, at this moment of life or death, I was thinking about something this insignificant. Against my skin was a cold sensation. The blade was right before my chest. A simple push would bury it deep into my flesh. Whoa! Hey, there's me! I have a head. I opened my eyes and saw a look of pure ice right before me. Don't lie to me, 'cause I've got a knife. The voice next to my ear was light but clear. I will say it one more time. Don't lie to me. If you look down on me, you will regret it. I don't look down on you. I want some coffee. Her voice was calm and the knife steady. She didn't clarify how she would do it, nor did she ask for my confirmation, yet this threat was more powerful than anything prior. Yeah, well, when you have a knife this close to your chest, you get a little intimidated. All my words got stuck in my throat, my body was paralyzed to the point I couldn't even blink. So I just stared there, wide-eyed, looking like this. Oh, just blinked. I guess I can't blink. She meant it. I could read the emotion in her eyes. That was pure, murderous intent. No question about it, she would do it if I did it again. I am done with folks like you. Don't think I can't. I don't. Worst case scenario, I'll just die with you. No biggie for someone like me. Oh, really? Oh, really? No biggie? Huh? Okay, so what about that girl over there you taking care of? You're going to tell me that you're just going to leave her all alone to fend for herself with nutrition biscuits? Face it. She finished her sentence, moved the knife away, and walked back to the window. You have a weak spot. You have someone you care about. I just lay there on the ground motionlessly. My tense body was still trembling. Oh, so I'm just on the ground. Okay, that's fine. At that moment, I confirmed something. They could end me at any time. The notion of her not touching me before getting the money or having some backup plan meant nothing to them. At this point, she had nothing to lose. I took a deep breath as I faced the window. That's how I calmed myself down since childhood. What I needed to do stayed the same. I need to get the fuck out of here. It's nighttime. Day 2 night. I like these transitions between morning, noon, and night. They're actually really pretty. It's just kind of nice to see sky. The desk lamp drew a long shadow from her. What had just occurred still creeped me out a little. However, since she hadn't contacted my family, there was still a chance. I breathed in deeply, gathered the courage, and talked to her. I have a proposal. She continued to look out the window motionlessly, showing no interest in my question. Let me go now, and all my money is yours. It might not be much, but still 70 to 80,000 NDT in total, and I swear I will tell no one. I don't know what NDT means. I don't know. It's probably a lot of money. Knowing she must be listening, I kept going on my own, even without a response. You can escort me to the ATM if you want to, or do it in my manner if you prefer. I'll give you my password. You want to keep this on the down low, right? Why so insistent? I used my last bit of strength to convince her. Considering her position, I tried to propose something that would be mutually beneficial. I believe no one would risk his or her own life until there was no other choice. Now is still not too late. Think about it. I'll give you money. You want lots of money. I get it. You want to not be looked down upon. The wait was so long I thought there was no response, but she finally turned her head. There was no rage in her eyes, only exhaustion. Why should I believe you? Excellent question. I don't know. Why should I believe that you will hand me the money and never call the cops? Another really excellent question. I don't have an answer. I couldn't answer out of hesitation. It was hard to create a situation where both sides could trust each other in the first place. I wouldn't agree to such terms if the roles were reversed. I would be the one in control once I got my freedom. She wouldn't be able to do anything to stop me from calling the cops. Exactly. Which is why she's got to kill me. No answer? Then shut the fuck up and stop wasting my time. Okay. She's very blunt. Rather than handing her fate to me, she'd rather believe in herself. Well, but, again, there's this Mr. Ken figure. I'm guessing that this was not her idea. She was probably hired to do this with a promise of money. She probably thinks that I am going to go home safe. But I'm sure somebody higher up has other plans. All my gathered confidence grew fainter and fainter, and I was out of ideas temporarily. But if this kept going, then what can I do to win your trust? You tell me. I asked with my last ounce of courage. Matching her stare, I could see the fragility under her cold look. Yeah, she looks a little surprised right now. She grew silent and started to ponder my question, then a bitter smile appeared on her face. I'm guessing nothing is going to be the answer. I don't know. Oh, okay, that's not what I was expecting. I don't know. All right. She turned to the window and quietly said it again. I don't know. No one wants to be in this situation. She doesn't know. I don't know. I don't know. You don't know. No one knows. The move is heavy. I must try and do something. Let's try chatting. That's worked for me so well this far. Older girl. Really think I can get out of this unscathed? What's your relationship? How much does she know about? Let's go with this one. Do you really think you can get out of this? Oh, shit. I thought I was asking if I could get out of it unscathed. Okay, well, That was a bold choice, and I may not have meant to do that. Realizing I couldn't convince her normally, I changed plan and tried to threaten her. Oh, that was dumb. I didn't mean to do that. Oh, let's see what happens to me. She just looked at me with a look of indifference. It didn't faze her at all. There's still time if you just let me go. I'm gonna get kicked. Let you go? What do you think this is, Frozen? You think I'm a fool? You think I died you for fun? Who do you think you are? I don't know. I don't even know if I have a name. The series of questions rendered me speechless. Instead of fear, my words triggered her rage. I realized then how much determination it required for her to do it. Not out of drunkenness of impulse. She knew full well what she was doing and the consequences that followed, yet she decided to do it anyway. In comparison, I underestimated the situation. Yeah, so maybe it was a good thing I said that. Just let you go? What do you know anyway? What do you know? You think you're some big shot? Why do you think I kidnapped you? Why? Why then? Yeah, tell me. Let's talk. You and me. Got all the time in the world. Let's just sit down and ponder. You wouldn't get it anyway. Not expecting me to really ask that, she paused and then moved away her gaze. I won't get it if you don't explain it. Make me get it. So many questions. Just stay quiet till we get the money. You started it. If you have time for this, what about figuring out how to make your dad spit out the money? I don't know. Not wanting to continue the conversation, she changed the subject after a grunt. The mood is heavy. I must try and do something. Let's do one observe. I already looked at the wardrobe. Man, the observation doesn't give me a whole hell of a lot to work with, though. I know that's a wardrobe. That's a poster. That's a clock. That's a... Well, let's look at this. This might be something useful. I doubt it, but... The date stopped at August 30th, 1999. If it's the date the original owner left the place, then it must be at least 15 years old. Okay, so yeah, that tells me that nobody comes in here. No wonder it looks this miserable, or rather, it's kind of a miracle for this place to even still be standing after so many years without any sort of maintenance. And yet the water works. So that might have been a good thing. I can observe... Okay, let's look at the clock while I've got this chance. A closer look reveals the clock is not even moving. The hands point at 5:46. So all my time estimates are pointless now. Who knows how much time has passed? Yeah, so really the only way I can tell time is morning, noon, and night. Basically, the position of the sun. Even though I don't know the time, at least I'm not misguided by the wrong information. Okay, so that's all I get for observation. It was getting late, and I still couldn't find a way to change the situation. Instead of escaping or waiting for the ransom, the safest option was to convince her to let me go. Things could still get resolved without much incident. It wouldn't be this easy once the police got involved. But how? Even though I could tell she had hesitated, I couldn't win her trust. So I had to win her trust first. Question mark? Oh, the phone rang! Sudden vibration broke the silence. She looked at the phone screen, then jolted a little, as though being electrocuted. Alright, let's see what happens. She lowered her eyes and read the message. Oh, it's just a text. It's just a text. I'm not going to talk to anybody. She raised the corner of her mouth, but didn't appear to be that happy. What is it? I had a bad feeling and instantly asked. There will be a call in 10 minutes. Tell your dad to pay up if you want to go home. Yes, ma'am. You got it. I will do that. The unexpected change of events instantly froze my blood. This was way too soon. Why was it way too soon? I was naive to think I still had time to convince her. The moment she reached my family, there was no turning back. The police would start taking action, the family preparing the ransom and the culprit preparing the escape, which means that I'm probably going to die. What now? What now? What do I do? I quickly went through all the possibilities in my mind, but couldn't come up with shit. I must not stop thinking. There must be a way. Okay. Time passed, second by second, and I had no time to hesitate. Alright, gotta do this now. It's the money you want, right? No, is there really no other way? Out of options, I gave it my all and just yelled at her. Not giving her a chance to contemplate, I continued after a quick pause. Let me go and you can have all the money, as proof of my silence about this. Think about it. You really think you can get the money this easily? Are you okay with playing hide and seek for the rest of your life? I couldn't finish my words because she probably slapped me right across the mouth. Seeing her expression, I realized that was it. Under the nightlight, she looked almost like a dream, too empty and transparent to be touched. This is weird. That smile couldn't hide the helplessness and regret in her eyes. Silence and immense sadness. There's no turning back. Her voice was calm, surprisingly. Is this it? I'm dead? There was no anger or accusation, only concession in that expression. She surrendered to her hopeless life. Nothing was more convincing than that expression. So even she could express such hopelessness. There's been no turning back since a long time ago. The phone vibrated again. Seeing her pick up the phone, I couldn't say anything. Is this really happening this fast? Like, if that's how this is happening, this is gonna suck. If it's just automatically, like, all this waiting, and then boom. No way. I can't believe it. I should have known. The moment the phone rang, nay, from the very beginning, she had no other choice but this. Okay, so am I just realizing that she's like, this is... I think this is just my character realizing that this is the only way for her. Like, she's not going to settle for less. This is the big money. This is a life of shitness, and this is, like, the only option that she's got left. Otherwise, it is just an endless cacophony of crap for her. So I think that's... I'm hoping, otherwise I'm just going to get knifed. Under the serene moonlight, the cogwheel started to spin faster. Yeah, I think my character just realized that she's pretty desperate and wants a better life. Alright. The girl opened the phone, the screen flashed. The time, 3 a.m. I got good eyes to see that. There was only steady breathing in the room. The boy couldn't resist the desire to sleep after all. Who is talking? Oh, is this the girl? At the end of the chapter, maybe it's the girl talking. It's the money you want, right? Is there really no other way? Okay, so she's like, this is her going through what just happened. Remembering his words, the determination in his eyes surpassed her expectations. Perhaps he wasn't as useless as she thought. There was no regret in her decision, only a vague note of ironic sadness. Never until this moment had anyone cared what she wanted, trying to convince her not to break the law. No more one should take responsibility for one's life, or don't keep asking someone to help you. There was no return. Either she would get the money and pay the debt, or... Oh, she owes somebody a debt. Okay. Oh. Or get arrested instead. I thought she was just born into a shitty situation. I didn't know she was actually, like, indebted. The girl raised her head and looked into the starry sky, standing next to the window like a statue. The stars sparkled like her unsettled mind. Finally, she breathed out quietly. Worst case scenario, I would just die with him. The quiet voice of the girl evaporated in the room along with the cigarette smoke. Is that the day? Okay. Alright, we made it to day 3. 3 days and no one cares that I've been kidnapped and no one's going to pay for me. Alright. Well, it didn't really tell me what happened. I didn't know if I talked to my dad or not, but that makes sense. It's starting to come together. She's indebted to somebody. So she owes somebody money. That's what it is. I thought she was working for somebody in, like, kind of a group project of kidnap, and turns out that she owes somebody money, and she's thinking that this is the only way out of it. It's probably is for her, to be perfectly honest. So, wow. Okay, that's a little different. That's a little unexpected. I thought it was a little more basic. I should have known. It's never easy in these games. Alright, so anyway, that was day 2, and it's getting deeper. So we'll see. We'll see what day 3 has next time. Next time on A Light in the Dark. Stay tuned. Alright, anyway, thank you guys for coming back to OneRoomOver Gaming. Thank you for watching Light in the Dark. I hope you guys are enjoying this series. I am enjoying playing it. Yeah, that's where we are. So thank you guys for watching, and until next time, you guys know where I'll be. I'll be right here, OneRoomOver, playing games for you. And with that, I'm out of here, so I'll see you next time. Take care of yourselves. Bye.